it would help if I turned on my microphone. What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic, and welcome to part 6 of Metroid Prime Remastered. Guys, this is officially going to be the finale of Metroid Prime Remastered. I wanted to finish the game last week, but I did want to get the good ending, and I spent a little too much time just wandering around trying to find missiles last time. So anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. I'll go into more depth here in a minute. Welcome to Solar Flare, Robert, and Tryhard Gamer Gal, aka Plush. Welcome to the stream, guys. I hope you all had a good week, and I hope you're looking forward to seeing the finale of Metroid Prime Remastered. Okay, real quick, let's go ahead and get the game loading. But I do need to show you something. So play. We're at 72% completion. We need to get 75% completion to get the good ending. And that's what we're gonna do. And the way we're gonna do that, I hate to do this, but I am using some maps of the areas showing where the collectibles are. Because this time I don't want to waste a whole lot of time. But I will note that though this map does show the locations of the items, I still gotta look for them. Like, it's not gonna tell me exactly, well, it pinpoints exactly where it is, but I'll need to find it, whether it's hidden in something or what have you. So, technically, I mean, yeah, it's still cheating. But, yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Back to the action. Jeff, Aaron from Game Grumps voices Max in the new Advanced Wars. Really? That's awesome. I know that he's been known to do voice acting work, so that's pretty sweet. Pretty nifty. Ah, yes, cheating! Cheat sheets, says Robert. Yeah, it's come to that. Like I said, I don't want to waste too much of your time. Or mine. This definitely needs to be the finale this week. I want to get started on Super Princess Peach next week. Looking forward to that. And yeah. I don't feel like it would be too fun to just watch me aimlessly going through and finding all the missiles. And at some point in a Metroid game, if you want to get 100% completion, unless you're extremely dedicated, most people turn to walkthroughs like this. So yeah. Let's see, where are we? We are... This is the Phazon Mines. So there's an energy tank in that room. This room here. Magmore Workstation. And I think I have found that. Yes, I did. Soul Princess the Patch? Such a silly! Soup. Oh, Soup Princess Peach. Soup Princess the Patch. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that, actually. Unironically, I am looking forward to playing that game. Okay. Looks like maybe I should, where does this go? This goes to Phendrana Drifts. Why don't we go there? Let's see where this leads. Jeff, do you know what the most epic quote ever is? Well, I mean, it's highly subjective, but still, no. I don't. Why don't you share it with me? Guys, how was all of your week? Did you have a good one? I sure hope so. Yes? What, the barnacles? Oh no, me heart stopped! I'm dying! Says Jacob. Oh dear. It sounds like a Mr. Krabs quote or something. Welcome to the stream, Jacob. How are you? Hopefully your heart's not stopping. That would not be a good. So... where do I even go? But my space dad! I am your space dad, and I'm also that intellectual dweeb dating Roxanne. From Megamind, yeah. That's pretty great. Ah, where do I go? Even looking at this map is confusing. Where am I? So that's where an energy tank was. I'm gonna go to the Space Pirate Research Station. I think that's where this leads. Oops. Also, welcome to the stream, Jacob. I don't know if I said that or not. Mr. Cracks. So I've already gotten that. You know, this might not be as easy as I thought. Like, looking at this map, it's still pretty confusing. Especially given the fact that I don't have a solitary clue as to which collectibles I've already gotten. Alright, why don't we ambush that guy? Ambush successful. I still haven't decided which area is my favorite in Metroid Prime yet. It's either the Phendrana Drifts or the Phazon Mines, says Robert. I think I would honestly agree with that. Both of those areas were standouts, I felt. Okay, so I'm at the bottom of this area. Yo, Jeff, I think someone is hacking my account. Not really, just a roleplay. Also, what the heck does volatile mean? Volatile means prone to sudden drastic changes in state. Like, if you hear anything about a volatile reaction, it just means that, like, it's gone from 0 to 100 in, like, 10 nanoseconds. It's a common term in, like, chemistry. But, in terms of the channel volatile upgrade, which I assume is what you're inquiring about. Gosh, where do I even go? In terms of that, which I assume is what you're inquiring about, it basically just means that, we could be quick to explode in anger and rage, which, frankly, only really... It's a description that really only suited one person on that channel, but we thought it sounded cool at the time. Sequence booting. Volatile upgrade. Whoa! Are you being hacked by my old YouTube channel? Dan, cut it out. It's not cool to hack into people's YouTube channels. Okay, so let's go to where we got the gravity suit, which I believe is up here. Right? That was the gravity chamber. That's where I want to go right now. I am Andy. Oh, hi Andy. Just so you guys know, I've been very inactive recently since this is the peak of the monster truck season. This is the peak of the season, as we're very close to the World Finals, says Jacob. Do what you gotta do, man. I know you enjoy your monster truck rallies. Yeah! Wah! Yeah, that's the sound effect of shooting ice beams. I'm happy right now, says Solar Flare. I'm happy that you're happy. I am also happy. Oop. Jeff, my favorite basketball team is on pace to make the NBA Finals if they don't fumble the bag. Well, I wish them luck. I don't know much about the basketball teams, but I do hope that it goes well for your team of choice. Okay, where am I? After July 1st, the day of World Finals, I will be back in my gaming mood. All right. That's quite a ways, but that is okay. Oh, there's a missile upgrade. Now, how do I get up there? It's too high to be accessed by jumping. Oh. Well, that's pretty nifty. See, this is kind of what I meant by, I still gotta figure out I still got to figure out where all the collectibles actually are in the room that it shows on the map. That was a really terrible way of me explaining that. What I mean is, the map shows the location of these upgrades. It doesn't describe, though, what I am supposed to do to collect them as, like, a typical walkthrough would. So, like, I still gotta figure out the puzzle when I get to the area where the upgrade is. So, I don't feel too terrible for using this map. Like, I don't feel like I'm cheating that hard. Jacob says, after July 1st, the day of the World Finals, I will be back in my gaming mood. And I'll be in the Philippines. Ooh, the Philippines. That's nice. I am Andy, booting AMA sequence. Ask me anything. Andy. I've been told that your last name is Advanced Wars. Can you confirm or deny this? Or is that too personal? Jeff, I'll be in Spain on the 4th of July. The irony, man. Yeah, right? That is pretty ironic. Okay. So the next likely area for me to look would be the Pirate Research Station. Which I'm not sure the best way to get to that. I am Andy. Just try hard, or it says Andy. Okay, fair enough. I understand. Okay. Okay. I should probably look at the map and figure out where I should go next. So I got that. I'm back in the area, or the real tall area, which it appears... Yeah, there's a way to get to the Pirate Research Station here. I am Andy, I am Andy, I am Andy, I am Andy, I am Andy. Oh boy. Andy. Is this repeating of the simple fact that your name is Andy? Is that a side effect of you being hacked? Jeff, something tells me this isn't the real Andy. Oh no. Was it someone from Volatile Upgrade who hacked the account? What is 5 squared times 12 squared? I mean, 25 times 144? Oh dear. 100. No. 100 plus 1,000 plus 2,500. So 3,600? I believe that's the answer. 3,600. You'll have to let me know if my maths are correct. It's Cinco de Mayo. Do you even know what that celebrates? Says Solar Flare. Isn't that pretty much the Independence Day of, like, Mexico? I feel like that's what it is, but maybe I'm mistaken. In other words, what is the square root of 25 plus 144? Wait, what is 5 squared times 12 squared? In other words, what is the square root of 25 plus 144? That's not the same... That's not the same expression. Not at all. Dang it. Independence Day is like in November or something. Okay. Hey. Chill out there, dude. Even though I'm shooting a fire beam at you. What is your favorite enemy in Metroid Prime? Mine are the fish that drags you towards them in the water. Those guys are pretty cool. Gosh, I don't know, like... That's a good question, Jacob. I'm sorry, Jacob. Robert. As far as what is my favorite? I gotta say the Elite Pirates were pretty cool. They're a little bit frustrating to fight, but they're pretty cool in concept, I think. 169. Just tryhard gamer gal. Recognition of funny number. Q reaction. LOL! Oh dear. Jacob, are you getting Jeff to do your homework or something? I meant to say 5 squared plus 12 squared. Typo on my part. Oh, okay. Well, was I correct? Is 5 squared times 12 squared, is that 3,600? Oh, dang, I just exploded that Metroid with heat. Gosh, that is an overpowered weapon. I'm supposed to be looking for missiles. So, I just got into the research station. This is where I picked up the thermal visor. In the next room, there is a missile upgrade. Apparently. Jeff, do you have ladybug picks? No? I don't. Should I have? I actually don't know. That wasn't the problem I was meaning to give to you, says Jacob. Well, type it in your calculator or something. Did I get it right? I said least favorite enemy. Oh! What's my least favorite enemy? Definitely the fission Metroids, or the fusion Metroids. I think it's fission Metroids. Hate those things. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Jeff, I saw you viciously assault your son earlier. For clarification, I posted a picture or a video of me and my son doing a funny little thing. I had him run towards me, and I held his arm, and I said, use your leg, instructing him essentially to perform what's known as a tomonagi, which is a jujitsu maneuver. And then, like, he put his leg up, put it on my leg, and and he rolled onto his back, which is basically the maneuver of a tomonagi. So I, like, jumped over him and did, like, a somersault and pretended to fall on the floor. That was pretty fantastic. And adorable, also. Is it this room? Yes, should be. Jeff, have you seen my 2 newest shorts? I haven't, no. What are they about? Alright, I'm switching to this beam. That seems much more effective. Hey, hey, hey. Can I bother you to stop shooting at me? Jeff? Chief? We need a ladybug pick! There's a lot of good vibes in this stream. Why do we need a ladybug pick? I'm a little bit confused by this. Oh, dang, he's still alive. This surprises me a great deal. Well, no, he's not. Yep. So where is this missile? Remember that meme I sent you? Well, it's like Ace Attorney fans when they're convicted of murder, and Advanced Wars players when drafted to World War III. At least send a ladybug emoji in the chat. Is there such a thing? How about least favorite boss in Metroid Prime? Least favorite boss? Hang on. There are no ladybug emotes! Wait. Yes, there is. Here's one. There you go. My least favorite boss in Metroid Prime? Might have to go to the plant boss. That guy was pretty annoying. Yeah. I don't know, like, in general, I like the bosses in Metroid Prime. Why I don't let my dementia control who I am by Justin. Oh boy. For solar flare or plush, if 19 times plus 17 equals 178, then what is the value of x? Oh, 19x plus 17. Hang on. So I'm supposed to be looking for a missile in here. I think. No, it's an energy tank. I may have already gotten it. maybe not. Stress levels rising. Get away, get away, get away! The Yoshi Fanatic. I knew it. This is Clone Andy. And he hacked into my account for an AMA. Clone Andy? That's a thing? Clone Andy. You don't have to hack into people's accounts to do an AMA. I will happily ask you questions, though I'm poor at asking them. So, there's supposed to be an energy tank in here? Or a missile upgrade? Where? Must answer questions. Clone Andy! What's your favorite candy bar? So... It's supposed to be up here or down there. That's descriptive. Maybe I should use the X-ray visor. That actually works pretty good in here. So there doesn't appear to be a missile upgrade here. Anyways, the answer is 19. So there's the elevator. Wait, that doesn't sound right. If 19x plus 17 is 178, so then that would be 161 divided by 19, which is not 19. Missile upgrade? Hello? Hello? Well, I must have already gotten that. What is candy bar? Seeking eternal Andy data. And Andy data found. Snickers. Snickers is a solid choice. I too enjoy Snickers, though it's not my favorite. What is... Can I explode that? Has it already been exploded? Well, whatever the case, I don't think that the missile upgrade is in here. So I must continue. Solar flare of 19, x plus 17 equals 178. What is the value of x? It's 161 divided by 19. Jacob, I don't think that's correct. Must consume Snickers, says Clone Andy. I concur. I also would like to eat Snickers. Have you ever had a Zero bar? Zero bars are pretty great as well. So then this goes up. I got the... Oh wait, I meant to say 362. I can't type it all tonight. I'm tripping, says Jacob. I thought so. Like, unless the rules of math have changed, in which case, God help us all. Zero is good, says Solar Flare. It's kind of like... It's almost kind of like a white chocolate version of Snickers, except instead of caramel, it's got nougat. I like the almond nougat, says Solar Flare. I'm plush tonight, says Jacob. Yeah. Plushush. Plusha. Alright, so there's supposed to be a missile upgrade down at the bottom of this shaft. No. No, I already got the missile in here. See, this is... I know this isn't a ton of fun to watch. Wait, did I get the missile in here? I think so. And I'm Clone Andy! I like Toblerone, says Robert. You know, I had a Toblerone for the first time a few, well, around Christmas time. For the first time in my life, I had a Toblerone around Christmas time. And it was pretty wonderful, honestly. So... hang on. The spinner device has been previously used. It is shut off. Lower node of astronomical holographic projector functioning normally. Can I break it?
Recorded to logbook.
Scans of spiral sector detected a massive energy spike emanated from the Wanderer class planet identified as Talon 4. Scout Recon was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike, a landmass at heading mark 40.0802. Returning with the planetary samples and atmospheric imaging, analysis shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysis will continue, but currently Talon 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. Okay. So those have been shut off because I used them already. Jeff, what was the capital of the Byzantine Empire? I don't know, man. Now you're getting into geography. I don't know my geography. At least of other countries. So where the heck is this missile upgrade? Wasn't there supposed to be one? I know. The answer is Constantinople. Toblerones remind me of that one time someone was drunk and had a custom Toblerones and it said something like Toblerone. It was Toblerone, but gibberish. That's hilarious. I think it's my favorite chocolate bar. I just tried it a couple of days ago, says Robert. It's pretty fantastic. The chocolate itself does not taste like vomit like Hershey's does. I mean, I like Hershey's, but come on. It literally does taste like vomit. At least the aftertaste does. Can I break this thing? Oh. Maybe not. This is not promising. I knew it! Also, Constantinople is now called Istanbul, and it was called Byzantine before Constantine. What tastes like vomit? Hershey's chocolate. It literally does have the aftertaste of, like, vomit. It's not like a knock on Hershey's or anything. It's just the fact. There's some chemical compound in it that tastes like vomit. Watch the food theory episode if you don't believe me. They go pretty into depth about it. Dear goodness gracious. Did I already get the missile in here? I don't want to waste too much more time in this area. So, I don't think that I shall. Where to next? It also consisted of the Eastern Orthodox Church, says Jacob. Interesting. Hi, Aurora. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to, ideally, the finale. I believe it will be. Of, Metroid Prime Remastered. I hope you had a good week. Welcome to the stream. How are you this evening? Jeff, I did the rosary today. Catholic prayer thingy with Hail Marys. It's very Catholic. It sounds very Catholic. I'm not familiar. Robert says, I only like Hershey's if I crave just a normal chocolate bar. I like Hershey's Kisses. Hershey's chocolate bars are alright. They're not my favorite things or anything, but they're pretty solid. I mean, I did just make the point that they taste like human vomit. Again, it's not a knock on Hershey's, it's just the fact. Take that, Metroid. I'm doing well, says Aurora. Glad to hear that. By the way, per my discussion in the Discord, I am using a walkthrough map. Though the map, well, let me just show you. The map shows the location of the items, but it does not describe the puzzle which I am supposed to solve in order to find them. So I don't feel terrible about using this, but in order to speed up the gameplay, I figured it would be appropriate to use that map. Where am I? That's half the struggle, figuring out where the heck I am. I believe there is a missile upgrade in here, but I think I probably already got it. Alright. Thermal visor time. Alright, screw you guys. Yep. Jefferonis! Whoa. What the... Oh, I'd hate to die like that. Jacob says, history is the only class where they teach you useless information that's actually fun to learn. I feel 100% differently. It's useful information in that people who don't know their history are doomed to repeat themselves, but I hated history. With an undying passion. Well, it's not that I hated it with an undying passion, it's just that I could not get into it. For whatever reason, it was not interesting to me. Okay, sick. The Metroid actually took that guy out. You missed my comment and I pinged you. What the heck? Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say? Yoshi Fanatic, I posted the meme in my meme channel. Or in the meme channel. I posted the meme in my meme channel. What meme? The meme that you guys have been sending me back and forth, and I have no idea what it's supposed to mean, but I've been told that that's what the point of it is. Okay, maybe it's not useless all the time, but it's always fun. Well, there again, I feel differently. I wish I liked history. I really wish I did, but I just don't. I don't find it enjoyable in the slightest. Even in my older age now, I still have a difficult time getting into history. What the heck? Where are these missiles? The Toblerones in the Discord. Oh, the Toblerones in the Discord? Hang on. Memes and stuff. Okay, that's pretty great. My roommate got super stoned for a couple weeks back and found out you can order a personalized big Toblerone. He immediately forgot about it until it showed up last night. Tip a blob Toblerone. Back to the action. Okay, that was a glorious little distraction. Alright, I must have already gotten this one. I'm struggling here, guys. Maybe this wasn't the best place to come looking. Maybe I should go somewhere more easy to navigate and to see the puzzles. Robert says, "Hey, hi." Robert says, "I guess the space pirate tried to escape death, but couldn't." Yep. That dratted floor kept him in this ethereal plane. Solar flare. What was the deadliest virus to ever exist? Wasn't that the Black Plague? Killed 30% or so of people who caught it. Yes, the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Plague. Booting AMA sequence. Ask me anything, says Clone Andy. Clone Andy. Do you share the military rank with Andy? Correct. Black/bubonic plague. Hooray! I knew something. Third of Europe died. It's a solar flare. Okay. I am remembering correctly. Alright, you know what? flamethrower time. Okay, that was pretty enjoyable. I feel like that was the closest we've gotten to extinction, says Jacob. I am a commanding officer, says Clone Andy. Yes, he does. He does share a military rank with regular non-Clone Andy. So that's the map station. There's an energy tank in the next area, which I don't recall ever collecting. So let's go there and see what we can find. And I hope that we can find something, because so far this has not been nearly as successful of a collection attempt as I was hoping it would be. Gosh, that's effective. Okay. Did you have the small Toblerone or the big one? I had the big one, says Robert. I think I had the small one. Yeah. I likely wouldn't have wanted to shell out all the money for a big one, even though it's like gobs of chocolate. Jeff, I had buffalo chicken earlier. That's awesome, Solar Flare. I'm a little jealous. So there's supposed to be an energy tank in here somewhere. This unanchored platform floats on the surface of the water. Right. Dick's Sporting Goods is the worst name for a store. Yeah, right? What the heck? Why in the world would... Ask me anything about the... Oh, it is. This is plush. Yeah. Dude, I know where I'm supposed to be going. I'm just doing a thing. Leave me alone. Jeff just said dicks. I mean, it's a name. Because Richard's Sporting Goods didn't sound interesting. Yeah, I mean, are there any athletes named Richard? I'd imagine probably. But it doesn't sound like a very athletic name. I think that the year/era ever was 65 million BC, says Jacob. The worst year. Tryhard Gamer Gal says, I mean, Dick Van Dyne is a valid name, so... Indeed. So, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? But more importantly, where's this energy tank that I'm supposed to be collecting? Did I already collect it? Wait, no, hang on. That's on. That looks like an escape hatch, or like an exit hatch. Richard Simmons Sporting Goods. Richard Jefferson. Okay. Okay, that looks like where I need to get to. Get me over there. Okay, yeah, I did not get this. I was born in 1634, says Solar Flare. Lies. Lies and slander. Okay, so I did find the energy tank. Excellent. There's a power bomb upgrade out here. Wait, am I at 75% yet? No. One more thing. You know, I was kind of hoping that the plasma beam would do something to those guys, but I shouldn't have expected that. I was born in 1941. This is Jacob. Lies and slander once more! Jeff asked me a question about either sports or DreamWorks movies. Solar Flare. If there was a DreamWorks movie... Oh, I've already gotten that power bomb upgrade. If there was a DreamWorks movie that you had to choose to binge for weeks on end, which one would it be? Whoa. Yeah, let's leave that guy alone. I already got the power bomb in here. Note that I'm not asking what your favorite DreamWorks movie is. Just the one that you would choose to binge if you had to binge one. Ask! Says Tryhard Gamer Girl. Clone Andy. Gosh, I don't know, man. Wait, there's 2 upgrades in there? I feel like I've already gotten those, right? No? Kung Fu Panda. Solar Flare. It's a solid choice. Clone Andy. When not militarying or advanced warsing, what do you do in your free time? Super rewatchable, says Solar Flare. I would tend to agree, yes. I mean, it's kind of a bad question for me to ask because I don't have an answer to it myself. Because I'm just like, rewatch a movie multiple times, why would I do that? At least all in one sitting and like binging it over and over again. I am not that sort of movie viewer. It's not that I get like super bored, but if I have to watch a movie more than like 2 or 3 times, I'm like, alright. I get the idea. You know? Okay, so there are two missile upgrades in here. Although I'm fairly certain I have already gotten both of them. Owies. Hey, says Pops Corner. What's going on, Pops? Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the finale of Metroid Prime Remastered. How are you doing? Is it just me? Or is watching movies or watching movies are just bored sometimes? Says Pops. I'm pretty much the same way. I am a gamer first and foremost. Movies aren't my favorite. Let's just say I'm not an avid movie watcher. It's not that I hate movies or anything, but it's not my forte. It's not my chosen first, or it's not my first choice for entertainment medium. Free time unavailable. Must follow Slum's request at constant. Requests unavailable. Free time available? I've never had free time. You've never had free time? Well, I guess you'd better figure out something to do with it. Because now it sounds like you got it, man. Okay, yeah, I already did get the 2 missile upgrades in here. So... yeah. So I guess next would be... Where do I go from here? Okay. I don't know this one. Nero, Hitler, Stalin, Napoleon or something? What? Sorry, I must have... Oh, who was the deadliest dictator ever? I would probably say Hitler. It was Mao Zedong. He was responsible for 78 million deaths? Jeez, man. What's that, like 1% of the entire population of China? I don't mean to make light of it. That's terrible. But, yeah. Yep, wow. Okay, so apparently there's 2 missile upgrades in here. Along with the Shiga. It's dead now. Did you know that, guys? It's dead now. Is there anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, power bomb. Sweet. Gimme. Sturm. Missing. Original purpose of existence. Follows Sturm's commands. Commands from Sturm unavailable. Current purpose of existence unknown! Says Clone Hawk. Oh, dear. Well, like I said, you better figure out something to do. Oh, here we go. There we go. Missile upgrade, baby. Hitler was responsible for 17 million, and Stalin was responsible for 23 million. Compare those two to Mao Zedong. Says Jacob. Yes! That is the baseline, guys. We're going for it now. It's time, baby. It's time! It's past time! It's blast time! Clone Hawk. I meant Clone Andy. Doesn't help that you've introduced a character that is a clone of Hawk. I get confused, Plush. Flip that out of context where Jeff says yes to that. Lol. Okay, that wasn't intentional at all, but that's hilarious. Terrible. Dear goodness, this is like a small house party, but a stream, says Pops. Indeed. Pretty good. I just got 75% completion of all the collectibles, and now I'm going to finish the game. You came at the perfect time, hun. We're going for the boss fight. Robert says he's dead now? The more you know. Jeff, what happens if you finish too early? What, you finish the game? It's just that you don't get as good of an ending, I suppose. It's not even that it's a better ending per se. It's just it has a slightly more detail. I'll say this. Do you know how in most Metroid games when you finish the game quickly and proficiently, or in the case of Metroid Zero Mission when you get various levels of completion in both time and collectible achievements, you get various like end cards, or like there are Metroid games where Samus removes more portions of the Variasuit as a reward for completing the game quickly. A similar sort of situation here. Though the Metroid Prime games prioritize completion percentage over time spent in the game, like how fast you beat the game. I think that's a good thing for sure. Because these games don't really lend themselves super well to speedrunning, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure there are speedrunners who would disagree. But, you know. If we finish this too early, we all riot, says Aurora. Oh, do you mean the stream? Hang on. I like mechanic, says Andy. Well, then you be that mechanic. You be the best one. Samus removes suit. She becomes naked? No, she never becomes naked. The game would be rated R if she became naked. Yes, Sky. Well, I clipped it and posted it in the Discord. No. I'm in trouble now. Hey Jeff, sorry, I was doing homework and missed the beginning of the stream. Lol. This is Brainpick. That's okay. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the finale of Metroid Prime Remastered. And yes, this is going to be the finale. Naked like naked snake, says Aurora. Hate to leave early, but where I live, it's mad late. Enjoy the stream. Good luck. Have a good one, says Pops. Well, thanks for tuning in, Pops. Yeah, the Phazon suit? It is. It is among my favorite Samus suits. Classic 80s, less clothes, better ending. Especially for females. Sky says that her favorite Metroid suit, or Samus suit in the Metroid series, is the glowing pink suit, which is the gravity suit from Metroid Zero Mission. Both Super Metroid and Metroid Zero Mission have more noticeably pink gravity suits rather than purple. Especially Metroid Zero Mission. Also, Solar Flare, I'm actually thinking about how you asked what happens if I end too early. And I assume you mean... At the time, I assumed you meant if I finished the game before getting 75% completion. Thinking about it again, I'm guessing you were asking about what happens if I end the stream too early. which is likely going to happen. I anticipate finishing the game in about half an hour here, if not shorter. So what I've decided I'm going to do, along with my normal wrap-up... Oh, me too, hon. My normal wrap-up for a game series, or a playthrough, normally includes me talking about what I thought of the game. And there will be that. I have some thoughts, for sure. Yeah, I guess so. But after the wrap-up, I'm thinking that it might be nice to do just a, just chatting section of the stream, where I just chat with you guys and not play the game. I get to dedicate my full attention to chatting with you. That's pretty much what I plan to do. Also, since I'm watching your Metroid Prime streams, I've decided to start playing the series myself. Should I start on the NES, SNES, GB, or Game Boy Advance, or the 3DS game from the series? In my opinion, Super Metroid is the best Metroid game. However, the control scheme doesn't particularly age super well. I'll say that it does age well. It's just got a little bit of nuance to it. It's more momentum based. I'd say if you want to get a good representation of what the Metroid series is really about, to start off with, I would recommend starting with Metroid Zero Mission. In addition to being quite short, that's the one on the GBA, by the way. Well, there's two on the GBA. There's Metroid Zero Mission, which is a remake of the NES game, and Metroid Fusion, which is Metroid 4. I would still recommend Metroid Zero Mission, as it's one of the best games, or it's one of the, well, yeah, it's one of the best games in the series, if you ask me and most people. And, well, that was completely ineffective. Oh, no, never mind. It's one of the best games in the series, and it's got one of the most satisfying control schemas in the game. It's short, easy enough to run through, but very, very satisfying. And it also just gives you a good basic premise of, you know, the intro to the story. So yeah, I'd recommend Metroid Zero Mission to start. I would not recommend, however, unless you're morbidly curious, I would not recommend playing the original NES Metroid or the original Metroid 2 Return of Samus on the Game Boy, well, on the Game Boy. Because those games aged like milk. Terribly. It's not like they're completely unplayable in current year 2023, but they're about as close as you can get without being unplayable. So, I would not recommend those. I would recommend their remakes instead. That being Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid 2 Samus Returns on the Game Boy Advance and the 3DS, respectively. Start with other M's. Oh dear. Aurora says, Zero Mission is a good entry point to the series. Starting with Super Metroid is also a good starting point if you don't like going backwards in game series mechanically. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, if you don't want to experience, like, the best that the series has to offer, and then just be, like, disappointed with the rest of the games, maybe Metroid Zero Mission wouldn't be the best start. I still think it would be, like, for my preferences, I'd prefer to play that first. But Super Metroid, I think, it's not as satisfying to control, but I think it's a deeper experience. Oh my goodness, finally, we're going to fight Ridley! That's right. Solar Flash says, what's wrong with them? Don't play other M. Worst mistake of my life. It's a meme, by my standards aren't that low. Froggy Studios says, hi. Hi, Froggy Studios. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the finale of Metroid Prime Remastered. How are you, Froggy? I mean, I totally played them on the original console. I'm in prison now. This is brain pick. By the way, I use an emulator on my 3DS. I can't say I blame you. For sure. A hacked 3DS is a good 3DS. What is life? Let's try her Gamer Gal or Clone Andy. That's a complicated question. One that I feel exceeds the scope of this live stream. Regarding Other M, I have recently started replaying that game. I played it several years ago, but never finished it just because I'm like, FTS, I'm out, you know? But, I decided to go back and replay it for Sky's sake. And Sky is actually enjoying watching it quite a bit. I don't blame her. It's quite cinematic. It's a snappy, fast, third-person action game in 3 dimensions that is unlike pretty much anything else the Metroid series has to offer. I get that it's a pleasant viewing experience, but it's certainly not a pleasant playing experience. Still, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I know it's going to be like one of the worst Metroid games, but I'm trying to keep an open mind and not like preemptively trash it before I beat the game and am able to properly formulate my overall thoughts. What's FTS? Use the real words. I think you know, Solar Flare. I think you know. Jeff, I've asked twice, what is wrong with the first 2 games? The first 2 games are antiquated. Their movesets suck. Samus can't even duck to shoot enemies at waist height. She cannot aim her shots other than straight up or straight forward. There is no map. There's no wall jumps. And frankly, they're just kind of cryptic. The second game might be a little bit better with that, but probably not by much. Like, it might be a little less cryptic, but still a pain to control. She might be able to duck in that game. But yeah, they're just antiquated. That's the problem. Other M isn't a bad game. It's just not a great Metroid game, says Aurora. There's one word that I use to describe. Well, let's just say this. There are times when I feel that a one-word review is warranted for games. And for Metroid Other M, the one-word review that I have for it is restrictive. Not only in the mechanic of, well, you know what? Let's put this conversation on pause while we fight Meta Ridley here. It's Meta Ridley! I love this theme. I love this theme song. My one-word review is the S word, says Solar Flare. I had trouble with the second phase of Ridley, says Robert. If I remember right, it's the section where he kind of just like, you know, comes in and like close up. Oh wait, like his wings get broken, right? And then he's like swipes his tail and all that. Morphology: Meta Ridley, genetically enhanced Ridley metaform. Reborn and evolved through pirate technology, Meta Ridley is a fearsome enforcer. His armored hide is extremely resilient, save for the chest, which has thinner plating. The pirates have fused a number of potent weapons to the creature, including a multi-missile system, a kinetic breath weapon, a Mason bomb launcher, and an ultra-thermal flame strike projector. Trying to remember all that is, getting to be interesting. Meta Ridley is also a formidable melee combatant, making any sort of engagement a risky proposition, for sure. Okay, anyway. I am the only Clone Andy left, says Clone Andy. I didn't even know that there were Clone Andys to begin with. So I think that the Wave Beam is actually a pretty good bet here, because it pretty much just tracks on his weak point. None of my other shots do that. Owie. Okay. Probably should have seen that coming, but I didn't. That was satisfying. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of trying to focus for this fight. I feel like I should. I need to give it the reverence that it deserves. Where did that come from? Okay, I see now. I thought he just dropped bombs in a line there. That's got to have dealt some serious damage. Oh. Initiating introduction. I am Andy. Who are you? I am Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic. It's a pleasure to meet. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Clone Andy. I don't like the part where he flies away and you gotta wait for him to come back, says Robert. Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of characteristic of Ridley. I am in the second phase, correct? Maybe not. I'm also using a lot of missiles. Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic. Jeff, what's your name, Jeff? This is Plush. Plush, I keep telling you. I'm not quite ready to tell you that my name is Jeff. But someday I will. Someday I will tell you that my name is Jeff. What a glorious day that will be. I'm not in the second phase. Jeez! Ridley has always taken a lot of missiles, says Aurora. You know, that's an absolutely fair point. Hey, I actually dodged all that this time. My missiles are running low! I am out of missiles. Wowza! Wowza, wowza. I don't know if that was the most effective strategy. Okay. I don't know if I used the most effective strategy by using my, like, taser. Or whatever it's called. The missile form of the wave beam. I liked that attack, though. It seemed pretty effective. Owies. Jeff, please play a 5-hour live stream of Just Dance again when reaching 1,000 subs. Well, now you're out of missiles. Yeah, astute observation there, Robert. I am certainly out of missiles. Okay, now he's doing... Yeah, okay, there he goes. Visual cue recognized. Car broken. I can fix car. Car! This is Andy. Go be the best mechanic. Let's Just Dance live stream at 1,000 subs for 5 hours. I don't know about that one, Chief. Sounds like fun though. I wonder if I should switch beam types. Flop. This has to be the last phase, right? Come here, yo. Yeah, I still feel like the wave beam is probably the best when he's up there. Ow. Boy. He's kind of wrecking me, to be honest. Jeff, we need an epic quote. Say, oh, I'm not just Jeff. Many people don't know me. They think I'm a loser. They don't know who I am. Well, I have to tell you the bitter truth. I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic. And I don't mean rhetorically or theoretically or any fancy way. I'm Jeff. Straight up. I don't know if it was worth losing a full energy tank for reading that quote, but I did appreciate the reference to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Oh, okay, there we go. Well, now you won't be flying away from me, now will you? Nope, no wing is for you. Okay, so that's not a case where... Ooh, now I can really turn up the heat here. Okay, I was mistaken. I still have to damage him with his chest cavity. Oh no, it's... Aha! Second phase activated. Let's go, Ridley. Let's go, man. Look, I get you're mad. But can we talk about this like civilized people? Giant metal pterodactyl things? Okay, I get you're upset. I do. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to focus for this. Well, that was ineffective. You know what? We're gonna use this guy. Because at least then I can fire a super missile. Whoa! Spicy! That's a spicy meatball. Yeah. You know what? I'd have to say this is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, boss fight. This is pretty fun. Like, he's just got such a varied moveset. It's hard to avoid some of it, but... Alright, enjoy this super missile. I won't be using too many more of those. Did I just stop his animation? Or stop that attack? That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Come on now. Well. Jeff, I ordered a Jameson plushie. It's a solar flare. I think you were mentioning that last stream or the stream before that. Okay. This is not going particularly well. Woo! Ooh, that looked like it did some damage. Okay. Didn't expect the second one. Ow! Never see the... Oh, I wasted the super missile. Ah! You never see it coming. Probably shouldn't have wasted all my super missiles earlier in the fight. That was probably not a great idea. Ah! Woo! Spicy! Ah! Okay, this isn't going great. Ah! Okay. Ah! Wow, this is not going well. Okay. Did not expect this fight to give me this much trouble. Why I didn't, I'm not entirely sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ah, that does so much damage. So much blamage. Can I drop a power bomb here? No, that animation was just too long. Woo! Ah! Okay, this is bad. This is real bad. Come on. Wow. Oh. Sorry, I know I'm not getting to any of the comments. But if it weren't obvious, this is taking just a little bit of my attention. Just a small percentage. How are you not dead yet? Ah! Oh, one more of those and I'm toast. Ah! Ah! Never see that second one coming. Ah! Okay. Almost any one of his attacks will just KO me now. Ah. Come on, die already! Ah! Woo! I didn't expect that to work. Oh no! Wow! Okay. I actually died. I didn't expect that to happen. Jeez. If I drink radioactive water, would I turn into a radioactive being or just straight up fall on the floor? Asks Brainpick Potato Man. I'm thinking the latter. I think that you would just fall on the floor. How are you not dead yet? Is what I ask myself on a horror movie where the villain from the first movie is still on the 28th one. Sounds about right. Jeff, you're excuses. You are excuses. They came out way more negative than I wanted it to, so I'm sorry, typo. Ah! I am excuses. Okay. So I don't exactly know what the right play was there. Perhaps I should have been using the plasma beam. I'm honestly kind of shocked that I died. That was the first time I've died this entire playthrough, and it was to Ridley. I mean, I guess that's appropriate. He is one of the final bosses. Still, though, like, wow. Didn't expect that. Excused you for Fortnite drinking corn water, scorching dog pile of crap. What? You Fortnite drinking corn water, scorching dog pile of crap. Okay, sure, why not? Alright. We gots to do better on this time. On this turnaround, we gots to do better. Jeff, you're playing with the big boys now, says Solar Flare. I suppose I am. Let's go, Ridley. I think... Come on, Jeff. I beat Ridley with 40 missiles and 60 missiles the next time around. How many tries did it take? Excused, I mean excused, not excuses, you fart nugget eating ball of soap. My goodness. Tell me how you really feel. Okay. Let's go, Ridley. Let's go, me and you. Let's go. Round 2, big boy. Let's go. Two tries for 40 missiles, one try for 60. That's ridiculous. can't imagine how many charged shots that must have taken. Okay. Metroid cannot crawl? It says Andy, Clone Andy, or Plush. Yep, that is the meme. Because they did not want to animate, or they didn't want to put effort into animating Samus crawling, so that's where the Morph Ball came from. One of gaming's most iconic symbols came from a technical limitation. Several of them, actually. Did you know that Mario's hat came from the fact that Shigeru Miyamoto didn't want to draw hair on Mario? I'm beginning to think that the electrical missile beam thing isn't as effective as I thought. I prefer to use beam shots than missiles, even though the beam is weaker, says Robert. Well, especially in the case of the wave beam, it at least tracks onto the target, which for Ridley here is extremely useful. He flies around a lot. Sorry? I love you too, huh? Come on. Oh, he actually killed me, huh? This guy is tough. Part of me wants to create a what-if type fake lost media of the main series Advance Wars game on the Wii. That was a mouthful. Come on, Ridley, just let me hit you. Let me hit you with my electric shocky arm. Solar Flare, I am not exactly sure what that comment is. Sucks that you lost in Mario Strikers, though. Sorry. He's not a happy boy. Nope. Never expect this. Jeez! It was so much damage. So much blamage. I don't know why I even bothered firing that one. Owies. I've already lost 2 energy tanks. That's not good. Plus the objection. Moving back on main account. Owies. Jeez. I need to stop procrastinating on Wii Sports vid, but hard. Says Solar Flare. I feel kind of the same way with the Yoshi's New Island retrospective. Though it's more real life stuff getting in the way. It doesn't help that I am a procrastinator by nature. But at this point, like, I've finished the outline for the video, and I pretty much say everything I wanted to in the outline that I want to say in my script. I just have to make it sound better for a video, basically. It shouldn't take that much work. Just adding some jokes and cleaning up how things are worded, and that's pretty much it. But it's hard to find the time. That and my dad wants me to edit a video for him, and I haven't gotten around to that yet. My dad built a pizza oven in the woods. A homemade pizza oven. I'm going to share that video in the Discord when I do make it and publish it. It's not going on my channel. It's going on my dad's channel. So I look forward to that. Yo! This is Brain Pick. Yo to Plush! Welcome back, Plush! Alright, well I got through that phase somewhat painfully, but without using any missiles. I don't know if that was the right play, but I did it anyway. Alright, I'm thinking the play here is this guy. Because this guy, I think the plasma beam is the weapon that does the most damage. That's got a height. Wow, that was like point blank. I wonder if for the purposes of using super missiles on this guy when his chest is exposed, if I should use... Oh, that's a scanning point. Oh, no it's not. I just needed to scan Ridley again. Well, that was worthless. Okay, we're just gonna use the power beam because the super missile will probably be pretty effective against his chest cavity. And I don't foresee the flamethrower being that effective. Egg rolls and hawk. I can't remember the last time I had an egg roll. Now I want one. This guy says, yeah, I could go for Chinese. Yes, you do go all out, huh? Yeah, my credit card definitely doesn't thank me when we go for Chinese. Okay. I love you, hon. So, if I had to guess, shooting this guy in the face doesn't actually damage him. It's only shooting him in the chest that damages him. Shooting him in the face just exposes his chest. What time does the stream end? Asks Plush. I don't know yet. I'm thinking probably 1 AM. Yo! Let's go! I mean, I kind of wasted the super missile on blasting his face, but... Oh, boss mode, baby. That felt pretty awesome. It's like at the end of Ghost of Tsushima when I got 3 perfect parries in a row. Have we decided to get the Pro Controller for Tears of the Kingdom yet? Is it available for purchase? I mean, I know it's supposed to be available for purchase, but I also know that it's, well, let's just say, low stock, high demand. So it's not exactly feasible to get one, as far as I'm aware. When it is, I think I would like one. Though, my money right now might be better spent on new lighting and a green screen for my upcoming video. There we go! Boss mode, baby, made me think of Boss Baby, and I hate that movie. Solar Flare, I'm sorry. That wasn't intentional. Got him. And that should have been the end of Ridley. But it wasn't. Boss baby. This is plush. Oh jeez. I want it, but it's sold out everywhere near me. This is Robert. Yeah, I'm not at all surprised. The baby is a boss. This is plush. Never watched that movie, and I never want to. It looks atrocious. Just the worst. Also, welcome to the impact crater. Maybe I can get one on May 12th. This is Robert. I wouldn't get your hopes up. Oh, that sounds gross. What was I talking about before? I wanted to talk about something in Metroid Other M or something. I don't remember. Does anyone remember what I was talking about before the Ridley fight? I remember I wanted to get back to it, but I don't remember what it was. Wait, only 7 more days till Tears of the Kingdom, says Robert. That's right. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts that it's already coming out, you know? There's one word I'd use to describe Other M. Thank you, Aurora. There is one word that if I had to do a one-word review of Metroid Other M, it would be restrictive. Not only is it restrictive in the way that it unlocks items for you, that being, Samus, I'm authorizing you to use power bombs. That's just a terrible mechanic. I get what they were, I kind of get what they were going for, right? Like, I know they were criticized for, you know, constantly making Samus lose her powers and you having to find all the same power-ups over and over again. And in fairness, it's a creative solution to that problem, but I hate it. Like, to clarify, Samus in Metroid Other M takes orders from her previous commanding officer, and he commands her to not use her vast arsenal of weaponry because it might hurt peoples. Which I know I kind of made that sound sillier than it is. Like, in fairness, she's working in cooperation with the Federation, so she has to be cautious of what weapon she's using, right? Like, he even says, like, hey, your power bombs could kill all of us, so don't use them, please. I mean, I guess kind of makes sense, but at the same time, not? Like, you're sent to Sector 1, first off, to explore the place by yourself. You're not around any of the Federation. Like, there's no Federation troops anywhere near you when you're doing your thing in Sector 1. So why can't you use your power bombs and super missiles and all that? Even worse, the grapple beam isn't unlocked until later in the game. I don't think I ever got to that point, but, you know, I got to a grapple point in Sector 1, which is like the first area of the game. Well, more like Sector 1 is the second area of the game. Point is, I came across a grapple beam early in the game, and I'm like, hey, why can't I use the grapple beam? Oh, because Adam said I couldn't. Well, why did Adam say I couldn't? It's a grapple beam. It's very annoying in that respect. It's very restrictive as far as what items you're allowed to use for the sake of gameplay. From a story perspective, it kind of makes a tiny bit of sense when you think about Samus having respect for her previous commanding officer. But it doesn't make sense that in a life-threatening situation that she often finds herself in, and there's no allies around at all, that she wouldn't just use her vast arsenal of weaponry if it is available to her. But that's the complaint that everybody has. That's the complaint you always hear when you think about Metroid Other M. The other portion of the restrictiveness of Metroid Other M is in the controls. It is a 3D game, for the most part, that controls with a sideways Wii remote. not only do you navigate in 3D using a D-pad, which has 4 directional inputs on it, resulting in a total of 8 possible inputs, including the diagonals. But for goodness sake, man, like, that controller sucks. And you can only shoot missiles when you're pointing the Wii Remote at the TV, which sucks. So yeah, restrictive is the word I would use for Metroid Other M. Robert says, I'm hyped! Hey, me too. Good night and have a good week, Jeff, and good luck with the final boss. Thanks, Robert, and I'm hyped for next week too. I'm starting Super Princess Peach. But also Tears of the Kingdom is coming out. Have a good week. Also, I'm Hawk's #1 simp in America. Plush, is that a good thing or not? You decide. Okay. Task Force Tyler says, yo, have you seen the Super Mario Brothers movie? Yes, I have. But I'm not discussing spoilers on it until the DVD comes out. That way I feel like everyone's had a good enough amount of time to check out the movie if they so chose. There's a debug code that lets you use missiles and super missiles in third person, says Aurora. Seriously? That makes the situation even worse. However, Tyler, I am willing to discuss some non-spoilery details and my thoughts on the game, the movie. So, yeah, let me know. Guys, here it is. It's Metroid Prime. There he is. The source of the Phazon. I have to go because I'm working on something, but all the best with the game, says Tyler. Alright, well thank you for hopping in and chatting, dude. I hope to see you next time. Spoils. The movie was pretty good. It was fun. Could be better, but overall enjoyable, says Plush. I would agree with that assessment. A new creatures entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Metroid Prime, highly evolved Phazon-producing life form. The aberration known as Metroid Prime is the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. A Metroid Prom would be the worst prom. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Jeez. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommend maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. You don't say! God bless. You too, my man. Metroid Prom. This is Plush. I mean, unless it's a prom where everybody dresses as Metroid characters, I don't want any part of it. And even then, I might not. Like that, yeah. Let's fight Metroid Prime. One sec. Also, that's pretty wonderful music. Ethan says, forgot you were going to be streaming tonight because me and Jacob started playing Minecraft. Also, hello there. Hello there, Ethan. Welcome to the stream. You're joining for an awesome part. The final boss of Metroid Prime. It's Metroid Prime. That's the boss. That's what this guy is. This is the namesake of the game Metroid Prime. So, yes, writhe in pain, you monster. Oh, jeez. Okay, so, conveniently enough for me, the color that Metroid Prime is glowing corresponds to what beam weapon I can attack it with. He died while we were in the Nether in a bastion. Jeepers, that sucks. My brother is going to prom minus Metroid tomorrow, says Solar Flare. And Plush says, I'm going to Metroid Prom next week. Forgot the prom was normally in May. It's been a very long time since I've been in high school. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself, that's what I'm doing. Ah! Okay. Jeez! Okay. That weapon is officially amazing. Well, that worked. Okay, I kind of just expected that it was going to be vulnerable to the fire beam next. The plasma beam, I should say. How about we avoid that, please? Oh, wait. I'm supposed to shoot those things, aren't I? Owies. That hurt a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Enjoy the electricity. Well, that went well. Okay. Okay. I'm joking about the prom thing. I just thought it would be funny. Oh. Alright, well, I kind of have to focus on this, guys. I'm not going to be able to get to the comments for just a little bit. Kind of mind-boggling that the, it's a little bit mind-boggling that the power bomb doesn't do a single darn thing. Okay. Can I finally use this? How about I... Wow, okay. Wait, Ridley isn't the final boss? Says Brain Pick. No, this abomination is. Well, that went well. Ah! Boom! What's the matter? Got a little brain freeze? Gosh, it would have been a lot cooler if I didn't stumble over my own words. Alright, finally! Alright. I don't want to say anything, but screw it, I'm going to. I feel like this is going decently well. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. There we go. Give me the health and the missiles. I could certainly use those things. Woo! No, there was health. Alright, here we go. Okay, there's a lot more of these sections than I thought there were. Well, that went well. Okay. Woo! Dude, he is going out of control now. Yeah, you freeze there just for a second. Freeze for a second there. Alright, give me that health. Oh, he's being so sporadic. Oh. Sorry about not getting back to the comments, guys. This is kind of... It's kind of important that I focus. Whew. Okay, that was close. It's a good thing I have gotten used to the controls at this point. Wow! That was a lot of damage. A good amount of damage. And there he goes. Okay, here we go. Okay. Final phase. Let's go. Let's do this. I always hated this phase. But being a little bit more liberal with my power bomb should help. The problem I always had with this phase was all of the Metroids. Whoa. Wow. It is Metroid Prime's second form. I meant to go to the scan visor. Alright. I should probably read a couple of the comments. My friend gave me a roll of pretzel bread earlier, and it was good. Sounds good. I'm trying to cut calories, though. Also, I worked out gym bro life. Solar Flare. I know, you've said that a few times. Dang, liberals ruining Metroid. Brain Pick Potato Man says, hey, plus, just asking if Reboot Camp is worth it. I'm kind of thinking about on buying it, although I must admit $60 is quite a lot. What in the world is that comment, Blush? Sure. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Brain Pick. If it were $40, I probably would have bought it, but buy game. If it were $40, I probably would be more tempted to buy it. I'll wait for a sale. Plus, I wouldn't get around to playing it right now anyway. Morphology, Metroid Prime, the core essence of Metroid Prime. Scan indicates that the phase-on energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a phase-on fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of phase-on when it attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's phase-on weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist it in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. Nice. Baby GG while trying the tree earth. What are you saying? Alright, so I can't really damage this guy. Oh! Okay, well, I didn't expect that. So maybe don't spawn massive pools of phase-on, and then I can't damage you. Woo! Boy, he's being sporadic. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? Can I go stand in the phase-on? That doesn't really do anything. So do I just have to wait it out? Just wait for Mr. Jellyfish Blob to do his thing? Maybe I... Maybe I shouldn't have said anything about him, like, just not doing anything. Magic, static, call me a fanatic. The Yoshi Fanatic. What? Did this just bug out? This is a little bit anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll just take this as an opportunity to just scan some stuff. There's not really anything to scan, is there? Why do I get the feeling he's not supposed to be doing this? Maybe I shouldn't have scanned him that first time. I think I bugged him out. Retrospective J says, nice! I'm just in time for the finale! Yeah, I bugged the game. Your game, Brock. Did the game just bug? Lol. This is brain pick. I think so. I don't think it liked it when... I have eyes that can see through lead, says Solar Flare. Shoot him. Well, I mean, yeah, but shooting him doesn't do anything. Yeah, retrospective Jay, I think I just bugged the game. For real. Like, it already said that you can't damage it with traditional weapons. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that did a thing. Hyper mode, baby. That went pretty well. So he's invisible. Rawr. Alright. Where is he? I think I found him. Well, I thought I found him. Oh, there he is. Turns out I have to use a different visor every time. Ah! Okay. That wasn't my brightest moment. I don't know why I did that. Whew! Huzzah! We fixed the issue! Yeah, like, all I had to do was... that. Plus Jackson! Okay, honestly, that strategy is helping me so much. Dropping the power bombs whenever he spawns Metroids. That is helping so much. I shouldn't get used to it though, because I have very, very limited power bomb supplies. But I will say, like, it's kind of making this a cakewalk. Roar! Why can't I? Okay. Okay, where is he? Ow. There he is. SpaghettiOs. Ugh. I hate the British solar flare. Lettuce? Huh. I don't know exactly how to take that one. Solar flare. Sorry, typo. That's one heck of a typo there. Oh man, I actually have to fight that one. There we go. I think only one or two more of those phase-on infused beams will do the trick. Bring it on, dude. Owies. I am out. Is that gonna? Oh, almost. Alright, I got another power bomb. Sweet. Let's go, dude. I don't know why I'm bothering to charge up my shots. Like, they're not gonna do anything. Okay. Dude, can you like... That should do it. I have done it. Metroid Prime is toast. Very burnt toast. I've done it. Huh. No, don't take my Phazon suit. I like it too much. Well, I like the gravity suit too. That works. Run, Samus, go! Evacuate! Evacuate immediately. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. Now, this is normally where the escape sequence would go. This is where I would do the escape sequence. If I had one! Nah, it kind of just plays the final cutscene now. When you said, huh, I swear it sounded like the F word. Weird. Alright. We've done it, guys. We have beaten Metroid Prime. And there's the good ending. We beat the GAC! We sure did. That, honestly, I thought that was gonna look more uncanny. You already did the escape sequence at the beginning of the game, says Aurora. I mean, yeah, but there's usually still another one at the end. Samus, says Plush. I honestly thought that was gonna look more uncanny than it did. That actually looked really good. We did it! We have beaten Metroid Prime Remastered. Let's go! I actually did really well in that boss fight, I'm not gonna lie. The only boss in the game that even killed me was Ridley, which I was kind of surprised about, but on the other hand, I want to sleep now, but I'll stay until the end, says Plush. I'm kind of surprised that Ridley killed me, but maybe I shouldn't be. He's honestly a pretty tough boss fight. But we did it, guys. I'm definitely glad I didn't try to finish the game last stream, because I would have been up till like 3 or 4 a.m. That wouldn't have been worth it. But I think we done good here. I think we did pretty solid. I mean, we still took the stream to 2 hours. I thought we were going to finish it in like 1 hour or 1.5 hours. That didn't end up happening. Should I go back and try to read some comments that I missed? No, I don't think so. Well, guys, what did you think of all that? I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. I've enjoyed playing the game, and now I'm going to enjoy going back and playing it again on hard mode. Assuming that's still a thing in this game, which I think that's a pretty safe assumption. I mean, I'm not gonna go back and replay it for now. I've got Metroid Other M that I'm trying to get through. I'd rather focus on that. And of course, I gotta finish the video too. But yeah, at some point I will definitely come back and not on stream, but I will play this game again on hard mode, and I will probably try to 100% complete it. Ew, Other M, says Plush. Yeah. See, I decided that playing Metroid Other M would actually be a pretty good idea for, you know, for Sky's sake. Because she's actually gotten pretty invested into Metroid. She likes her female heroes, the heroines. Or heroines, however you want to pronounce it. I thought it would honestly be a pretty good experience for her because, well, one, she likes the action-heavy third-person shooters, and Metroid Other M is nothing if not that. And she's also interested in the character and story of Samus. So, for her, it's actually a pretty pleasant viewing experience. For me, not a great playing experience, but that's what love makes you do, guys. It makes you sacrifice. All that over a video game that I am choosing to play. I'm loving Reboot Camp, by the way. Very nice. Halloween, the bestest holiday. I probably should have seen that coming. Well, there you go. I am quite pleased that we finished Metroid Prime Remastered. Quite pleased. Jeff, what, Solar Flare? What can I help you with? What can I do you for? These credits are very long. The baby. Yes, the baby. The baby, the baby, the baby, the baby. Will you lend me $60 for Gamecube plushie? No. I will not. Dude, I just showed you an Amazon link of the light that I need to buy for my video. Kinda need that money. You'll just have to save up for 6 weeks. Racist is Solar Flare. Yeah. Me letting you, or me not lending you money is racist. Tony Clark is the lead environment artist. That makes me think Tony Stark. Gosh, these credits. Can I skip them? I don't think so. I think I just have to sit here and let the credits do their thing. I mean, in fairness, all the people who worked on this game worked very hard. They did a great job. Oh, man. Kremdits! This is plush. Yeah, pretty much. The Kremdits are very lang. Zombot Studio. Who the heck is Zombot Studio? I've never heard of that. Jeff, did you see my comments? I don't think so. I mean, I hope you understand. I was in the midst of battle. I did not see your comments. I'll go back and try to read them, though. Okay. He died while we were in the Nether in a bastion, and I died just now in the overworld trying to get back home. Shouldn't have tried to raid the pillager outpost because there's a witch that poisoned me. That probably wasn't the best decision. That stinks, though. I hope you're able to find your stuff. I have a little bit less hope for Jacob's stuff. He lost it in the Nether, and that's, yeah, never a good bet. The original staff goes unnamed in these credits, says Aurora. Seriously? That sucks. Do they even say anything like work based on the original work of Retro Studios on Metroid Prime or something? I mean, at least that would have been a bone that they tossed. That stinks. Oh, there it is. Based on the work of Metroid Prime original Nintendo, GameCube, and Wii versions development staff. I mean, at least there's that. And it even gets its nice own little dedicated section. So there you go. We have done it. Mission complete. Pew. Mission final. Hard difficulty unlocked. Okay, that photo, Samus's face is a little bit weird. Like a little uncanny, I guess. Yes, he died in lava, so all of his stuff is definitely gone. That sucks. Choosing to save now will finish this game of Metroid Prime Remastered. When you select your save slot again, you will start a new game. Do you want to save? I do. I do indeed. I will not be coming back to that playthrough. Now, there is one final cutscene that I did not unlock because I did not get 100% completion. it shows Dark Samus rising from the... Wait. It doesn't show Dark Samus, does it? Hang on. New game? Oh, I can just start a new profile there. Nice. Okay, so... there is one final cutscene that I didn't unlock because it requires 100% completion. But it shows like an eyeball or something coming out of the, or looking out of the remains of Metroid Prime. And it ends up being Dark Samus in the next few games, or next couple of games. So, you know, I don't have that, but use your imagination or YouTube, I guess. Okay, so let's go to big camera mode, because, well, that's what I normally do at the end of these playthroughs. I am gonna go ahead and... Yo, I'm back, says Brainpick. Welcome back, man. Feel like skipping out on the credits? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and mute the game. Because now I want to talk about it. Jeff, watch my new shorts right now! I'll watch them after the stream. Alright, so, Metroid Prime Remastered. I had a ton of fun playing this. Obviously. It's Metroid Prime. And I think they did a good job remastering it. Now, there is a little bit of back and forth on what it means to be a remaster versus a remake. The lines are kind of blurry. In general, I see remasters as being simple, like upscales or, you know, improvements of the textures and that sort of thing. Maybe some improvements to the gameplay, but when you make a certain number of improvements or completely build the game from scratch or put in a similar amount of effort, then it becomes a remake. At least in my mind. Like a good example of a remake in my mind is... Well, hang on. I'm dropping things. Dropping all sorts of things. Okay. So, when it comes to defining what a remake versus a remaster is, the games that come to mind are Uncharted, the Legacy Collection for Remaster. I mean, it's kind of hard to deny that these games are better on the PlayStation 4 than they are on the PlayStation 3. The controls are slightly better and improved. The graphics are redone, but they're the same game, right? Like, there's not anything drastically different. It's just, it's prettier and it plays just slightly better, but overall it is the same exact game. And then Spyro Reignited Trilogy was built from the ground up. They actually didn't have the source code of the game. They had to come up with, I forget what it was called, but they built a program that basically scanned the original level for, you know, whatever was in it so that they could faithfully recreate it. Built from the ground up, everything's brand new, and yeah, it's still the same game, but yeah, that's a remake. Super Mario 64 DS is technically a remake, though I sometimes call those demakes because it's a remake that looks worse, or otherwise has some compromises that makes the experience somewhat worse. That is what constitutes remakes and remasters in my mind. And this game here, crud, the game case is over on the entertainment center, my bad. But this game here, Metroid Prime Remastered, is a remaster. I mean, it's called a remaster, but I would say that that's accurate. It faithfully recreates the game. It looks prettier. It's got some better control options, and it even had some pretty cool accessibility options, like turning off the aim assist or the turning off the hint system that the game has, and even like a colorblind mode. That's all great stuff for a remaster. So I really can't complain about that. It's got a lot of stuff that I would expect from a remaster, and it does it very, very well. It's very, very faithful to the original game. Almost to the point where there were times that I remembered I was using a dual stick controller to play the game. I was playing it with dual stick controls, and that was unreal to me at first. But there were times that that fact would kind of melt away in my brain a little bit, and I would just forget that I was playing on the Switch. I just thought I was just playing Metroid Prime. And that can be a sign of a good remake. Sorry, that can be a sign of a good remaster. Is that it's so faithful that unless you're pixel peeping or really keeping in mind what control configurations you're using, you kind of just forget that you're playing a remaster and not just the original game. Of course, it has to be a good game. Like, Metroid Prime was a fantastic game. So, just thinking that I'm playing the original game is not a bad thing. Miitopia Switch is a remaster. Reboot Camp is a remake, says Plush. Those are also great examples, yes. And ports are like 3D All-Stars, says Solar Flare. Yeah, ports and emulation. Yeah, it's just the exact same game, just played at a higher resolution. Like, no work to upscale the game into, you know, a better looking game or anything. So, Metroid Prime Remaster is a very good, almost definitional remaster of Metroid Prime. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, but it's kind of like, you don't really think about it much until you go back and play the original. This game is a 16:9 aspect ratio. The original game, I feel like it was more 4:3, or maybe Progressive Scan allowed it to be a wider screen version or format, but I feel like I remember it being 4:3. So, yeah. Whether I remember that incorrectly or not, it's 16:9 and it looks great. So, one thing that I have to say about Metroid Prime Remaster being a remaster and not a remake is that it is basically exactly the game Metroid Prime, for better or for worse. Metroid Prime was a fantastic game. Jeffy, don't forget to watch my new vid. You got it, Solar Flare. But yeah, Metroid Prime was a great game. It's not like it was perfect though. I think it did a really good job translating the Metroid formula into 3D, and now like many people prefer the 3D Metroid formula over 2D. I'm not one of those people, but I can definitely understand why people prefer the 3D games. But there are some flaws with Metroid Prime. That trilogy was 16:9. Okay, was the original 4:3? I do remember trilogy being 16:9. But anyway, there were some flaws with Metroid Prime that carried over to the remaster. Like, the 2D Metroid games, aside from like the original, was 4:3, says Aurora. Okay, great. I was remembering correctly. Awesome. But the 2D Metroid games, save for the first two, the original two, the rest of the 2D Metroids do a good job of letting you know when there's an item or collectible nearby. It makes it much easier to 100% complete those games, or even just find a good majority of the collectibles without looking up a guide. Metroid Prime does not do this. So, to be more specific, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Samus Returns, AM2R if you count that, and Metroid Dread all indicate on the map, you know, a generalized location of where there is an undiscovered item, like a missile upgrade or an energy tank or power bomb upgrade or super missile upgrade. Those things are noted on the map as like a big dot. And then when you collect it, it becomes a smaller dot. So you know where there's items you haven't found and where the items are that you have found. That's kind of a big sticking point for me in this game. I feel like unless you are determined to go into the game after you've collected the X-ray visor and just X-ray visor everything and just scour over every inch of the map after you've gotten pretty much all of the all of the upgrades, the main upgrades, I should say. Unless you do that, you're not going to find all of the collectibles. Unless you are extremely determined and are willing to throw away a lot of time. I'd imagine that the majority of people who 100% complete this game do so with a walkthrough, similar to what I kind of just did. I had the maps laid out on a screen that showed the locations of the collectibles. I imagine that most people do that. And I don't fault them at all, because Metroid Prime makes it very difficult to remember which collectibles you've gotten and knowing where the rest of them could be. So that's something that I wish they would have addressed in the Metroid Prime remaster here. Being a remaster, there's certainly room for little improvements like that. And frankly, for all the smack talk that we give Metroid Other M, at least it was better with its map collectible sort of indicators. Like the 2D Metroid games, it did show you where the collectibles were that you have and have not gotten. I appreciate Metroid Other M for that. As weird as that feels to say. But none of the Metroid Prime games, as far as I remember, have anything like that. That's why I don't love games that include tons of collectibles, because you have to replay each level like 90 times. Although Kirby Triple Deluxe did a pretty good job with the medals, says Brainpick. I don't mind them in general, but when it's an absolute pain to try and find them all without a guide, that's when you've got a little bit of a problem. I remember I 100% completed Metroid Dread without using a walkthrough. And that's just a sign of a game that it's not like it was easy to find everything, but it provided you the tools necessary to make it a lot easier, a lot more manageable. So I wish this remaster had done something to address that. Question for you guys. A similar concept is Zelda the Wind Waker, where they made, say, the Triforce Collectathon thing a lot more manageable. Would you guys consider the Zelda Wind Waker Wii U game, the Wii U version, would you consider that to be a remake or a remaster? I'm starting to think it teeters on the remake category, but I'm not sure. I want to rant, says Plush. Jeff, want a voice chat post stream? I want to rant. Sure, I got some time. But yeah. It's kind of funny that that's my main complaint. I'd say remaster on Wind Waker HD. Okay, so if that game was a remaster and it improved the Triforce quest or made it more stomachable, palatable, if it was able to do that, then certainly Metroid Prime Remastered could have added a better collection system or indication system. It's kind of funny that that's my main complaint. But frankly, I spent like an hour to 2 hours just aimlessly looking around for items. Not having any clue where I could or could not have missed stuff, or where I even did pick stuff up. I just had to go off of memory for that. And playing this game over the course of 6 weeks, or 5 depending on how you count it, yeah, that wasn't very feasible. But yeah, that, in all actuality, that's kind of a minor complaint. I'd say it's a moderate complaint. But that same issue applies to the main game, or the original game. I just wish they would have fixed it here. And for all the talk about how the artifacts are a pain in the butt to find, I don't know. I don't really have that much of an issue with it. I think I take less of an issue with that mechanic than most people do. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, especially when the game doesn't give you all the hints at once. Like, you have to bring artifacts back to the artifact site to get more clues before it'll give you all the clues. Yeah, that's annoying. You nearing stream end? Yes, almost. I do want to discuss one or two more things here. There is one thing I will say. It took me, again, I played this with the dual stick control system, and I did try out the gyro version that kind of simulated the trilogy controls. That was awesome, by the way. Although you did have to recenter the pointer quite a bit. It's not as dependable as the IR sensor for the Wii remotes. But yeah, I will say one thing about the controls is it took me a very long time to get used to. And whether that be because I was live streaming it rather than doing a like a playthrough on my own time and my own timeline, I don't know. But it took me a very long time to get used to the controls. It's not like they were bad. It's that I'm so used to playing the trilogy version that this one kind of just threw me off. I got used to it in the end, which I'm glad I did. The controls are great. But it did take me a long time to get used to. But other than that, guys, this is Metroid Prime. It's a great remaster, and honestly, this might just be the definitive way to play Metroid Prime. Previously, I'd given that throne to the trilogy version, but this one has so many options, and like, there's 3 or 4 different control schemas. There's all these accessibility options, and the game just looks fantastic. Plus, it's on the Switch, which that's also always a benefit. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is the definitive way to play Metroid Prime. So if you haven't played Metroid Prime before, what are you waiting for? Go out and pick this up. It's $40. That's a great price for this remaster. So you got no excuse. Unless you just don't want to play the game. If you have any interest in playing Metroid Prime, this is the way to play it. In my opinion. So there you go. That's my wrap up. Guys, thank you very much for sticking around and listening to my my thoughts on Metroid Prime Remastered. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. So, yeah. I think that's it. Do you guys have any more burning questions before we go? I know we're at only 2.5 hours, but yeah, I mean, not really much else to say. Good night and goodbye, says Ethan. Ethan, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much. Oh, you did have a comment earlier that I missed. Also, I cut up some more bottles with my katana today since it was finally not raining, says Ethan. That's awesome. I gotta bring my katana down to see if it can even cut through water bottles at this point. I've beat that thing up pretty good. Well, guys, if that's everything, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out, watching me play some Metroid Prime Remastered. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you guys did too. So, guys, thank you again for tuning in. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when I go live or post a video. Join the Discord if you haven't already and have any interest in doing so. I love chatting with the fans. You can chat with me there. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. You can post memes. You can post pictures of your food. You can post recommendations for music for starting the live stream and ending the live stream. And every once in a while I'll post a poll there. So, yeah, one more thing is the next stream should be next Friday, starting around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take. We'll be starting Super Princess Peach next week. Kind of funny timing for it. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming out next Friday, and I swear, all I'm going to want to do is play that game. But I'm streaming Super Princess Peach instead. So, I hope you guys enjoy that playthrough. I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, with that all being said, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you hanging out. And as always, we'll see you next time. Have a good week, everyone.